You guys ever watch a pregnant lady try to put on shoes? It's pretty funny. I mean, it's... Good morning, Chicklets. How you guys doing today? So today's vlog is going to be kind of like catching up and letting you guys know where we are with life. If you didn't see our last vlog, we picked up my mom and my stepdad Bob from the airport there in town. Unfortunately, they're in town visiting because it's my Papa Jim's funeral this weekend. So that was on Saturday, and actually I didn't really film a whole lot there or that day. It just kind of felt disrespectful. So I got a couple clips from the funeral just because I wanted to be able to remember it. That's what this is right here. That's all I really filmed for the day, and I did it mainly because it just felt weird, I guess, to film. It felt more like a thing to be present with as opposed to be documenting, but I also felt like conflicted because I wanted to have that as like a memory, so that's why I got those quick shots just of the funeral, so I had a little bit of something, but I did it last minute, so it was on my phone, so that's why it looks so bad. Anyway, so that was that. But in addition to my papa passing away and my mom being in town, the baby is almost here, due February 21st, which means she'll be here in less than 3 weeks. But it was also one of our final doctor's appointments this weekend, so here's footage from that day where we went to see the doctor right here. Good morning, Chicklets. How you guys doing today? So today we are headed to Ashley's potentially final doctor's appointment. She might have another one if she goes long or doesn't come out, but with all the contractions and stuff she's been having, we're pretty positive this is gonna be our last doctor's appointment. All right, babe, how do you feel after the doctor's visit? How'd it go?
That was good. A little depressing. I'd rather be told that I'm basically there, but oh well.
But you are progressing, which is good. For those of you that don't know, they check how much you've dilated and how your cervix and all that stuff looks. And so compared to 2 weeks ago, she is getting a little bit more dilated. Her cervix is thinning out, which is good. That means, you guys ever watch a pregnant lady try to put on shoes? It's pretty funny. I mean, it's not. But anyways, things are progressing well. So unfortunately, we were hoping maybe she would come early, but the doctor is kind of thinking it probably will be a full-term baby just because she's not as far along as we were hoping. I don't know. We'll find out. But everything's looking good, so that's a plus. How's the post-pregnancy meeting meal?
Good. Spicing out the baby.
Ashley's been avoiding hot sauce or anything spicy for like this past month because she's had massive acid reflux, but now that we're down to the final couple weeks, she's like, let's spice this baby out.
Spice.
So she is dousing Tabasco sauce on that thing.
Spice walk.
Other activities. But that's all we really filmed at the doctor. It was just that little bit and then our visit to Sherry's afterwards. So I had Ashley sit down and talk about where she's at with baby, where her head is, how things are going, kind of give you guys an update because we haven't done a pregnancy update video in months. So she's gonna give you guys a quick update after this. But before she does, I wanted to ask you guys one more time. I asked in the previous video what your thoughts were about me putting more cinematic short film content on this channel in addition to our daily vlog stuff because I've been kind of missing that. If you want to see more information about that, check that video out right there. I kind of go into more detail, but I would be curious to see what you guys' thoughts on that are. Anyways, here's Ashley talking about baby.
Hey guys, it's been a while since I have talked about anything baby related. James and I were thinking about it and I've just kind of been MIA. I'm sure some of you understand, some of you who've been through this or seen others go through it kind of understand the not feeling up to things as much. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm ginormous. I feel definitely like I am ready to pop. So we're hoping that I do pop here soon. I've got about 2.5 weeks left, I think. And while that doesn't feel like very long, right now it kind of feels like forever. So I guess I'm going to talk about what we did today. So we went to the doctor's today and she checked everything, asked how everything was going, yada, yada, yada. Offered to do another scan, just to get an ultrasound to see if they can give me a guesstimate on how big baby is. Apparently, James and I grow very large children with very large heads. And for those of you that don't know, and I don't know if we've actually really talked about it, I had a C-section with baby Chick. I was in labor for 24 hours. I pushed for, I think, a little over 6 hours, and her head was just to the side. It was really big. She was a 9-pound. She was a little over 9 pounds. She was a big baby. I had a lot of other complications, and so in the end, the doctors just decided that I needed to have an emergency C-section, and that was it. So now it is, weighing the pros and the cons of a scheduled C-section as opposed to a VBAC. I had my heart set on a VBAC, but at the same time, James and I have been talking about the pros and cons of getting this scan that the doctor offered, and if it turns out that the baby is as big or could be as big or larger than baby Chick was, then pros and cons of trying that again. I won't lie, it was really disappointing to go in for an emergency C-section. It kind of feels like if you're in a race and you start the race and then you fall and you just can't finish it. Like, it's really disappointing. I really want to finish the race this time. I know, analogies, aren't they great? But is it something that is possible? And so we're trying to kind of figure that out, I guess. And then there's also always the anxiety that comes with just, if I do have a C-section, what is the outcome of that going to be? Because I remember with the last one, it was not fun. And I didn't have a 4-year-old with a lot of energy at that time. So it was a lot easier. And I assumed that with a 4-year-old with a lot of energy, it's not going to be as easy. Anyway, with mine, it felt like it kind of got off to a rocky start and didn't really go much better from there. I had 2 nurses that I remember that were amazing, and then I had a lot of others that were not. Looking back on that, I have a lot of anxiety that comes up with, what if it's the same? What if it's worse? And as James always says, looking at the negatives isn't gonna do anything for you. It just makes you scared of what's going to happen. And I've been really trying to hone in on that and be like, you know what? I've got to start looking at some of the positives that could happen. Because if I only focus on the negatives, then I'm going to be scared of everything. I'm going to be scared going in. I'm going to be scared during the middle. That's not going to help. What I'm really, really trying to think about is, being prepared. What I know from last time and what will not happen this time and what I will tell them will not happen this time. And just being more vocal. I think that I was I know. I was too timid. I was nervous that I would make someone upset with me. I didn't want to be disrespectful. I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And that's just kind of the person I am. But at the same time, I have to realize that this is me and this is my body and I'm going through it. And they also have to be respectful of that. I'm really excited because I think we finally figured out what baby is going to get, Little Goose. So I think she'll really like it. And I think she'll be excited that her little sister got her the gift. And it's just, I'm excited. Anyway, excited. I have to go. My parents are here. Our baby shower is tomorrow. And so I'm kind of excited. That should be fun. It's a co-ed baby shower, and just getting to hang out and chill with family and friends. It's exactly what I need. It's going to be small and intimate, which is absolutely perfect for my type of personality. So yeah, I'm excited. And yeah, that's that.